I love the transition on the arm that is like burned or scarred or whatever it is, going up into the normal shoulder. Like that transition is beautiful. So you got like the subtlest hint towards the armpit, and then obviously all the cloth hides the rest, and then suddenly it's bosh, totally different. Works really well. I like this. I'm not going to show it on stream because nibble. I prefer Possess. The new camera must be up. Your image is so much better. I'm so glad to hear that, Ginger. Thank you. Yes, it is as well. That is the new camera. Everybody drop Karoo an Insta follow except Ginger, who doesn't use social media. I'm just going to quickly drop you a follow. I'm not logged in on my PC. I have to log in. I have my login on my phone. It's a pain in the ass to log in on my PC. Henrik, good evening. This cat's gonna do my head in again. Project 40k. Right, node. There we go. 4 followers currently. We can get that up. Come on. Flagon, welcome in. Wow, it's getting busy. Henry, good evening. Loku, good evening. With his lick emote. His giant lick emote. I have a picture of my Bellacore and Scar. Yeah, I've done Bellacore as well. I haven't done Scarborough. Right, all caught up. Let's do some painting. Ignore my cat. He's playing to the audience. Why, bird? Good evening. No. Second vent. I'm going to take a million photos of this when it's done because I think it's some of my best work and I'm going to miss it when it's gone. Unless Henrik wins it and gives it to my wife. The model. You sick bastards. Get this bit. Get some of the tendons in the hand. I say tendons, they're not tendons. But, you know. They basically are tendons. I need to decide what to do with that gem as well. I might keep it a plain gem. Maybe. My cat's always climbing on me when I'm painting. Yeah, mine just... The minute I go live, he starts begging for food like I don't feed him. His feed time is 8, which is 40 minutes from now. But like I say, the minute I'm live, he's like, there's a funny in my DMs. Why is my Discord closed? I must have exited it. Scrolling. This cat. Oh, dude. Dude, for honor and for glory. I love For Glory. For Glory is gorgeous. For Honor's nice, but For Glory is stunning. Dude. That's a little funny. That's not funny. That's fucking cool is what that is. Now stop distracting me. I'm going to make some blue-grey. It's very, very technical, mixing blue-grey. It's blue, it's white, and it's black. Now how much of... because I want that kind of angle towards his sword arm, so most of that is going to be covered over. So anything that's got light hitting it will be this side. About that much, we're guesstimating. And then all of this side is, I don't want to do the whole length. You're probably not going to see, because it's such a fine line, you're not going to see much change until I hit the... No, actually, I could do it slightly better, rather than just edge highlight. Because there is a little bit of a flat there. Yeah, that'll work. This will work. It's nice because this is such a fine space to paint in that you can't really go wrong with it. Famous last words. Look at the sword. I was adamant I was going to paint a beautiful sword, and I'm not happy with the sword at all. Lurking while I put no worries, Smalls. Thank you for the lurk. Do I use an airbrush? If so, I'm very amateur with the airbrush. I've not used the airbrush in the slightest on this model. This is all brush work. So I have a model here that with me fucking around with the airbrush. This is the infamous Sigmar dragon, and all of the flesh is airbrush. You get really nice blends. Like, I really like what I've done with the airbrush on that. I'm just not the most comfortable of airbrush users. I've just got a cheap little gallery starter with a desktop compressor. Nothing fancy. Or airbrush is cheating, don't get me started. There is no such thing as cheating in the hobby. There is achieving your goals and there is not achieving your goals, and it's that simple. Contrast paints are not cheating. They're just another tool. Dry brushing is not cheating, it is just another technique. I will die on that hill. This fucking cat. He's a pro. He is a pro. You use an airbrush, you cheaters? I love that argument. Yeah, Yeah, airbrush is not a bad thing, Karoo, at all. What I would say is if you're going to start airbrushing, start cheap. Don't go and buy yourself a 200 quid airbrush set. Get yourself something cheap and nasty. If you break it, doesn't matter. It was cheap. If you don't like it, also doesn't matter. It was cheap. So my airbrush with the compressor came to about 80 quid. I'm in the UK, so pounds sterling. I still get my brushes from nothing wrong with that at all. I will die on that hill with you. My response to airbrush is cheating. Fuck it, yeah. Over the winter I couldn't airbrush, and I discovered I can do basically the same stuff with a big dry brush. So it's just a matter of how, yeah, 100%. I've been using a £50 airbrush and it's been nice. This is what I mean. You don't need to go over the top. Until you're sort of comfortable in your ways, I would say never spend top dollar in the hobby. Like, get used to brush control using cheap brushes, and if you're gonna toy with an airbrush, get a cheap airbrush. Paints are a slightly different matter. You can get some good cheap paints, but the ones I'm using are not cheap. They're a little more on the pricier end, and you can spend a lot more than what I spend as well. Like some of the oils, very expensive. Oils is another thing as well. They're magic. I haven't used any oils ever. I will one day when I'm brave enough. Let's just pop the head on and look at that angle. It's not bad.